Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're doing a seriously fast-paced teardown of something you probably scroll past on your social feeds literally every single day. We are digging into exactly how AI is being used right now to rapidly engineer and generate high-tech media. Basically, we're going to deconstruct a complete start-to-finish blueprint for a viral AI short, looking at the exact step-by-step instructions used to build it from thin air.
Is AI evolving faster than human history? Wow. Okay, that is quite the provocative question to kick things off with, right? But honestly, that's exactly the upbeat, energetic vibe we need to establish for today's analysis. Because the short we're examining today, it doesn't just talk about the speed of AI. The fact that this entire production blueprint was generated almost instantly by an AI is absolute proof of that speed.
Okay, let's dive into this. That opening question isn't just some random philosophical musing for us to ponder over your morning coffee. It is actually the precise opening hook of the 30-second AI blueprint we're about to deconstruct. It's strategically engineered to grab your attention in those absolutely crucial first 0 to 5 seconds of a short-form video.
Section 1. The Neural Creativity Blueprint. The Universal Language of Tech.
You know, what's genuinely fascinating about our source material is that it's a blueprint provided in both Hindi and English. It's treating this high-tech format like a universal language. And the structure? It's incredibly precise. 30 seconds, one visual prompt, one narrative script. That's the whole shebang. This high-converting formula relies entirely on these two halves working in absolute perfect harmony. You've got the visual engine pulling in the eyes and the narrative script guiding the mind. Both are engineered to capture your attention immediately.
Section 2. Engineering the visual prompt. Designing the AI aesthetic.
To actually achieve that aesthetic, the source material gives creators a highly detailed 3D generation prompt to feed directly into an AI video generator. I mean, generating these high-tech vibes requires exact instructions. We're talking hyper-realistic 3D rendering, neon blue and purple data streams, cyberpunk aesthetics, macro shots, and cinematic lighting in crisp 4K resolution. These exact keywords instruct the AI to generate a highly professional, incredibly expensive-looking cinematic vibe from just a few lines of text. It's wild.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because it's not just static. The prompt demands a strict 3-step visual sequence to keep the viewer hooked. First, it opens with an abstract, futuristic AI brain just glowing with data streams. Second, it demands a smooth transition to a relatable holographic smartphone floating in midair. And third, digital code processing rapidly on that screen. It's taking the viewer on a visual journey from this big, abstract concept directly down to a device they literally hold in their hands.
Section 3. The 30-second narrative. Mapping the voiceover escalation.
Now, what's really interesting about this pacing is the exact time-stamped breakdown mapped out by the AI. Now that we have our cyberpunk visuals locked in, we need the persuasive voiceover script designed to perfectly match them. The script escalates like clockwork every 10 seconds. At 0 seconds, the hook. At 5, the capability. At 15, the automation. And finally, at 25 seconds, the call to action. It's basically a calculated masterclass in retaining attention, ramping up the claims right at the exact moment a viewer might usually swipe away.
Let's break down that first major escalation happening between the 5 and 15-second mark. The pure brilliance here is the juxtaposition. The visual context is a close-up of a holographic interface, creating these stunning videos out of thin air, while the voiceover completely drives the narrative home, saying it's no longer just about writing text. It's an audiovisual 1-2 punch. It's proving to the audience right there and then that AI is no longer limited to just being a fancy text box.
Then, bam, we move into the next 10-second block. The voiceover starts talking about automating complex software coding and video editing. And let's be real, those are massive, intimidating, highly technical concepts for most people. But consider the visual context happening at the exact same time. It grounds these huge ideas by visually anchoring them to a familiar smartphone screen, completing tasks automatically. By putting complex coding onto an everyday phone screen, it makes a revolutionary technological leap feel completely accessible to whoever is watching.
Section 4. Rewriting Human Creativity. The big picture takeaway.
Let's zoom out from the timestamps and the prompts for a second. What does this actually represent for the future? Well, the script itself defines this new era as rewriting the rules, and that right there is the core thesis of this short. It's highlighting the massive shift from manual, painstaking creation to the instantaneous generation of media. High-fidelity video, studio-quality music, and complex software code.
They're all being pitched as instantly accessible to anyone with an internet connection. And this brilliantly illustrates the massive leap in how AI capabilities are pitched to the public now across both the Hindi and English variants of this blueprint. Think about it. The previous standard of just generating text, that's now considered merely the baseline. Video creation has become high-fidelity generation in seconds. Music production is now instant studio-quality tracks. Software design is automated directly from a screen. It is a total paradigm shift packed into just 30 seconds of content.
Of course, no digital blueprint is truly complete without securing the viewer's ongoing attention, right? Let's look at the final 5 seconds. The visual prompt shifts to a sleek, clean tech background paired with a dynamic subscribe animation. And the voiceover asks, "Want to stay ahead of the future? Hit that follow button for your daily dose of AI tech." It's a classic call to action. It captures attention by leveraging that very real human desire to not be left behind by this rapidly advancing tech.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer today. And I want to leave you with one final, provocative question inspired directly by the script itself. Are you ready for the rules of creativity to be rewritten? Because as this 30-second AI-generated blueprint shows us, the tools to build the future, they're already here. They're highly structured, and they are moving faster than ever. Take these insights, think about how the media around you is actually being constructed, and I will catch you in the next explainer.